Hello. Ah. Oh wait. Lighting is a little low and my hair is horrible. Can fix light. Yeah. Yeah, as well. Ah. Hello guys. Hello. Deep Pacific.
I mean,
What's up, guys?
what skin do you use?
What's up, Divyansh?
Yeah.
Welcome.
Blue prelude.
Oh, that is the most boring answer
Because
you could possibly
it feels
give.
so good.
No, that's
the
horrible.
sound,
That's
the
horrible.
feel. Oh,
What do you use for your Vandal?
The fish
Gaia.
one.
Wait, I didn't use the
blood
caster
blood?
prediction.
Oh, the blood. That was a blood meta for a while.
Did you already
Wait,
do it?
black or the white one?
The white one.
No.
The black one's kind of low key good though.
They're
That
both,
one-
the fish one, that's
yeah,
what
they're
Your
both-
voice
they're both
low?
great.
Get that with the little smite buddy.
How about
we're
now?
talking. That's how you frag.
I think
It's
my
such
voice
a
is
waste
okay
of the
only,
Vandal.
wait.
You're not supposed to spam with a Vandal. That's why I put
Should
on
be
my
better now.
Spectre. So you can hear the blah 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 blah.
Blub, blub.
Yeah, I use the Champions one.
Okay.
I paid for it. Apparently some
What a
casters
flex.
get them for free, and that is so unfair. But anyway, I paid for mine, and let's talk about the standings. We're moving on past skins. The standings. We saw some banger matches yesterday. Full 3 mappers yesterday. It was very competitive.
It's crazy to think that Boom qualified, dude, as first seed. I mean, it probably won't be first seed just yet, but the fact that they're the first team to qualify is mad. The fact that Boom is the first team to qualify is mad.
For PRX.
Good now,
Boom
thank you,
managed
Divyansh.
to top the table 3-0. The first team to clinch that playoff spot in Group Alpha, so they'll be feeling very, very good now. So they do have 2 more games left, but you can kind of take it slightly easier, I suppose. Well, I don't know if you're going to buy actually for coming top of the group, so maybe they're going to want to keep pushing. But regardless, knowing that you're safe is a nice boost for that team. And then we see towards the bottom end of that where we have DFM PRX still fighting to get their first wins, get themselves moving up the board.
Yeah, but you see the difference in them. Like -6 to -3. PRX is taking maps against Gen G, DRX, Boom. So they played all of the better teams in theory in the group, and they're still taking maps. They're still making it look like some winnable series. They're getting better round difference than what you're seeing DFM get. So let's see how they go in their next 2 games. Still a decent shot at being able to make the playoffs.
Yeah, and so today's matches do matter as well in that, especially for Group Alpha placements, depending on who wins today. Now, on the side of Group Omega, we saw 2 teams face off. It was Talon versus Nongshim. All the Talons picked Nongshim except Quack and myself, who predicted Talon. But even then, with that prediction, a lot of us were kind of 50-50 on this. Talon ended up taking that away, taking the last 2 maps, ending it on a banger fracture.
Yeah, Talon looked much better. I mean, I think the reason why a lot of us ended up predicting Nongshim was because when we saw Talon play against RRQ, they didn't seem that impressive, right? But, you know, Talon has always been this kind of up and down team, and I think yesterday was a real high for them. You know, we saw the rookies as well have great performances, so a lot of respect for Talon turning that round week on week. I thought they did a great job yesterday.
I don't know, I'm meeting
Steal
now.
that win away from Nongshim.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. I think
Once again.
Nongshim, honestly, they missed a beat there. That's a team that, in my mind, especially with 2 new rookies coming in, you have to be able to beat Talon. You're the known quantity. You're a team that's been very consistent. You're a team that's even taken maps off some of the good Korean teams or pushed some of the good Korean teams in the league. So losing against Talon in this round-robin format is maybe not actually a good look for Nongshim, and they tried some new stuff which really just did not hit at all.
Definitely. I mean, we did get to see Danby back on the Neon, so you got that wish, at least.
Yeah.
But we saw some
What do
newcomers.
you think is chance of G
on-
winning against DRX?
Especially on the side of Rex. Patman was
I'll be
one of
honest, I
them.
told this to
Really
Gary.
good showing, I have to say. He
I'm
played
telling
the
here
initiator
also,
roles, which carries forth, of course, from his challenger.
it's 70-30.
And
70
I
for
think they played
DRX,
really
30
well.
for
He
G.
was
For me,
very
70-30.
steady
What's
throughout
up, Sonny?
the game.
Welcome.
you guys have a favorite newcomer? Do you have any?
How do you beat an
what are your
aimbotter
thoughts
when you
on
can't even
this
report him?
particular
Freeing.
I mean,
What?
For me, when we look at newcomers coming
Jerry,
into
what are you
stage
saying?
one, the one I want to highlight the most is Crazy Guy for me, because I was a doubter of Crazy Guy initially. I have to say, after seeing him play against when he was a part of Bleed last year.
G versus DFM prediction
this
2-0.
RRQ team looks like a
G versus
completely
DFM prediction
different
2-0.
player. He's
Let's go. You are not
caught
unsubbing now.
very smoothly. His individual level is incredibly high, and I think for what appears to be
DRX.
quite a controversial signing, he seems to be the
DRX. Okay, against DRX, I'd say 2-1 DRX win.
For stage one, very, very impressed with Crazy Guy. My hat goes off to him.
Yeah, I think he's been doing a lot of grinding in the challenges scene.
Obviously, I want my team to win. I want my team to win, but all things considered, it is going to be difficult.
As old as I am. So I
What's
think
up, RVK?
was a
The
good
GOAT
one,
is here.
He's been like top
The
two
GOAT
last
of
couple
all
splits of
GOATs.
Challenges SEA, so it's not like he's one of those. Like there's plenty of
Welcome,
Pacific players,
Yash.
they get cut from
Thank you
tier
so
one,
much.
They just stop playing, or they don't, play super actively. But he was still grinding, and he, I think, has benefited from continuing to grind. And like you said, he's been sharp mechanically. That's because when you play Challengers SEA, if you're coming top 2 in Challengers SEA, guys, you have to be sharp mechanically. There are a lot of shooters down there.
Yep.
Now, another guy who was in Tier 1, and to your point about a lot
The
of them
situation
kind
for
of
our team is against
drop
us.
off,
Don't think the
disappear,
team's
they might
mental is going to be
retire or
good.
something else, but suggest
No,
they
you know
return
what?
as well,
Yeah.
briefly on the side of Gen
You know
Teams
what?
and
I think we're gonna be
formally
okay.
joined Gen
Mentally, I
Teams
think we're gonna be
for
okay.
1 week, and
I
then,
know.
yeah,
I know this shit only happens to us for some reason. It's always and only us. Visa issues is us. This nonsense in the background is us. Any other issue also we've encountered, multiple nonsense, always been fucking us. Practice also, when ping issue, it's always been us. But even after all that, I think today team will be fine mentally because they have a certain mindset. Number one. Hello, Sukumal sir. Welcome.
The bundle.
How are you,
I mean,
Sukumal
maybe
sir?
he's the spokesperson now.
What's up,
I
Choms?
mean,
Again,
Gen
welcome.
Team seems to be doing something there with Foxy 9, and I mean he promotes them too.
Yeah.
I want to talk about another team, Talon. So they had 2 new rookies come in,
Yeah.
Kalua and Thai, and they both look phenomenal. And let's talk about Kalua and his performance. I love his interviews, by the
Who's
way.
Kalua?
He's-
Sure.
Man, a few words.
Kalua,
he's
no?
durable.
Yeah, Kalua's been great. When we
Okay, his
watched him
name is
play.
Kalua,
He
that's how
was-
they
it was
call?
a great pickup, I felt like.
Kalua,
I'm
okay.
Very, very excited
Kalua.
by this prospect coming into this Thai roster. And I feel like he's managing to live up to those expectations, and he doesn't really look like a rookie at all to Pacific.
Yeah, I mean, again, this is where I feel like a lot of people have inherent tier 1 bias, but at the end of the day, you look at these players that you pick up
What
from
is
the
happening
challenger
in coaching
scene,
department?
the
Elevated
SEA
is head
scene,
coach, yes.
Patman,
Elevated and moved
Crazy
head coach.
Guy, Kalua, they come into tier 1.
Doing
guys,
housework
they
for
don't
wife,
look
glancing
like
at screen.
they're
Ah.
second-rate players at all. There's a lot
The,
of players that, in my mind, belong
the
in this
usual
league
average
that are
day
playing in tier 2
for
right
a
now.
rioter.
And these are the exact kind of pickups
Take
that
care
I
of
want to see
partner,
more of.
do
More of these
Valorant.
players
Easy.
deserve a shot and
Hopefully
deserve a
that'll be
chance
me
and
as well.
deserve a move up, and I hope that seeing them perform like Kalua has, and like some of the other guys that have come up from tier 2 recently that they've been playing in perform is going to incentivize a lot of teams to have some better scouting. As far as Thai goes, though, that is an example of the academy
What's up,
system working
Donda
extremely
Kai,
well,
cutie?
and some
What's up?
excellent
Welcome.
scouting from Talon's coaching staff.
Oh, definitely. So Talon has a really nice mix here. And another team who has a really nice mix of rookies, experienced players, and players coming from Academy would be DRX. So let's pull up today's schedule. DRX is facing off against Global Esports. Global Esports, too, arguably also the same. A good mix of experience, like old and new players coming in. The second matchup today will be T1 and Team Secret, which we'll break down later. But DRX and Global, I like what they've done with their rosters.
Yeah, I think it's quite interesting when we see a sort of difference in approach and how they want to build, right? So DRX are well known for having this huge, like, internal academy system where the second a Korean player looks even remotely good, they sign them and, kind of get them into their academy and learn upwards. Well, we saw GE in this offseason do big